In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
There comes a moment when you look around and all you see is wreckage. Job's gone, love you fought for, walked away. The dreams you once held, scattered at your feet.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another.
It's quiet, but not peaceful. It's the kind of silence that hurts. And in that moment, most people fold. They lie down. They accept that maybe they weren't good enough.
I didn't have an easy experience. I didn't come in as a top-rated recruit. I didn't come in with the opportunity to play right away. I had to earn it. And you know what the greatest honor I've ever received as a player is? In my 4th year and my 5th year, I was named team captain. That, to this day, is the single greatest achievement I've ever had as a footballer. Because the men in this room chose me to lead their team.
But not you. Because if you're still breathing, you've still got something they don't. You've got fight. You've got grit. And yeah, maybe life knocked you down on your ass, but you got back up.
Quit trying to do what somebody else is doing, because that ain't your life. You don't even want to come the way I would. If you knew the path I took to get here, you would not take it. If I'd have knew the path I was going to have to take to get here, I would have changed my destiny a long time ago. Because there's no way I would have wanted to have gone through what I went through to get to where I am today. That's why God don't reveal it to you. See, God never reveals the path to you. He shows you what it could look like, but he don't show you the route. Because if he showed you the route, you'll turn around. Everybody would quit.
That's what this is about. This is for the ones who've been broken and chose to rebuild, piece by piece. In the dark, with no one watching, no applause, just pain and progress. You ride anyway.
Right now, for you to find greatness in yourself, you're not gonna find it by looking in a book or by even hearing me. I may give you the spark, but you've got to go inside yourself to find it. And that means you gotta be quiet. Shut the fuck up, go in a room, stop talking, search your soul, search your mind, search your abilities, and you'll find it.
See, comebacks aren't loud. They don't happen in front of cheering crowds. They happen in the shadows, in empty gyms, in sleepless nights, in the mirror, when you're staring at the version of you that almost gave up, but didn't. And maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you're still in the mud, still dragging yourself through the worst of it. Good, because that means you haven't quit. But if you haven't quit, you're still in the game.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know, that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. See, sometimes we can't say, I can do that. But what we can say, that it's possible that I can have my dream as we run toward it, as we work on it day in and day out.
Look, they don't see the work you're putting in. They don't see the battles you fight just to keep going. But they will. One day, they'll look up and say, damn, I didn't know he had it in it. That's because they weren't supposed to. Your story isn't for the doubters. It's for the survivors. It's for the grinders. It's for the ones who know that every scar tells a story worth hearing.
It's easy to give up. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work.
The
I'm
one,
done.
yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, Yo, yesterday, I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
Let them laugh. Let them count you out. Let them think you're done. Because when you rise, not if, when, they'll remember the day they buried you, not knowing you were a damn seed. So this is your reminder. You're not broken. You're not too far gone. You're not too late. You're just in the middle of the part of your story where heroes are made.
In my life and in my experience, there's no such thing as a bad experience, right? There's experiences you don't like and they hurt, right? But to define something as a bad experience, for me, has not been true. Everything that's ever happened to me in my life that at the time was deeply traumatic and debilitating. There's been only 2 times in my life when I contemplated suicide.
This is the part they skip over, but this is where everything changes. So ride, not for the likes, not for the validation. Ride because you made a choice to fight, to rise, to rebuild, to become. They thought you were finished, but they forgot one thing. We don't fold. We don't fade. We ride.
I think the easiest thing in life is to give up on whatever you're focused on or whatever you're hopeful for. The hardest thing is to keep going, but we have to. We have to continue to hold on. And I would imagine for so many people out there, that is probably the most difficult thing.